And let's get into it. Timestamps exist in case you just want to skip forward. This is pretty much happening, this recording is happening pretty much right as round 2 starts, but just to go over my records, yeah. I'll try to also record the other entries I do during this day, but it'll have to be later during the day because, yeah, I tried to record right after doing a recording, and that was not good. Also, I should have looked at the skills here. But yeah, not really much else to look at. This is subpar. This is maybe this Simply Rudolph, but even this Simply Rudolph is missing things. I took notes, basically, and I was supposed to say what I was supposed to work on, but I'm gonna stick with the Musume I have. You're really not supposed to do this because by now, everyone should already know what you need for this Taurus Cup, and for those who don't, I mean, you just go in and get your rewards. I keep saying this, but I think if you're in or if you're in Group A of Round 2, you're guaranteed to get into some kind of finals. Now, is it going to be Group A, Group B? That's entirely based on your performance, but you got 8 tries among 2 days. So, between 2 days. Between is for 1 or 2, but anywho. There's also something else I was supposed to say, but I'm thoroughly expecting to get like a 40-50% win rate at this point, and we'll see. I'll put my chips down and bet on that. If not, I guess I'll just... maybe I should have thought about doing a Batsu, but otherwise... Basically, if I don't see any nice natures, it'll be a bit better for me. But if I see like Maruzensky's nice natures, 2 double front runners, I'm gonna run into a problem. So, as we move on here, yeah, so, I mean, obviously people are just gonna walk forward and race immediately. I'm not really going to do that as much, but hey. And as you may have seen, yes, someone doesn't need to have medium S aptitude if they have both acceleration skills, but obviously if you're racing against someone with an acceleration skill, or 2 acceleration skills and medium S, they're gonna perform better than someone who has medium A, and otherwise. But yeah, otherwise I'm thoroughly expecting to lose. Pretty much just follow the fan favorites for the most part if you're not, well, whether you are someone who has the resources, or you're someone who doesn't, or you get lucky or you don't get lucky. Either way, a lot of things can happen, but it's basically, I'm just gonna call it the 15%. But otherwise, if nothing else, I probably would have forced my Simply Rudolph somewhere, regardless of strategy. That would probably have been my best pick. Otherwise, I think I'll still lose to too many debuffs or things, which means, yes, I should have actually replaced pretty much my Simply Rudolph with a debuffer. I thought my Simply Rudolph does manage to get top 3 a lot of the time, but she can't close it out because she's missing, I think a bit of speed and then a bunch of other stuff. I keep forgetting there's something important that I need to look at. On top of just running Musume, who will just perform better in this specific Taurus Cup race, but that's dedicated to Gold Chip. If I had to make a change now and use the same Musume, I would probably switch Simply Rudolph's strategy, but I guess we'll see. Because I think one of the biggest factors is that, yeah, I think it's Simply Rudolph does not... Well, she does, actually. She has Gourmand and Swinging Maestro. But as we reach the mid-race here and we see Gold Chips pull up, we're gonna see who does Pump Iron. I really should have picked it for myself, but as I mentioned in the previous videos, I decided against trying to inherit Let's Pump Some Iron because I made a bet against myself that, well, just in my mind's eye, that I would not be hitting 6th place to use Let's Pump Some Iron. Because of how finicky things go. Like, you can see right now we're at 6th place, but if we pass this Ogre Cap in front of us, we will not be using it. In fact, that's my Ogre Cap, so... Oh, goodness. But basically, I mean, the general strategy was there. It's just that I didn't happen to, because I put Ogre Cap and Simply Rudolph forward. It's not like I have like 2 to 3 end closers that can compete with people using Let's Pump Some Iron, but otherwise I thoroughly expect someone, unless there's blocking going on, which it seems like double Gold Chips blocked by double Ogre Cap, but if this Maruzensky pulls forward, that's fine. If this Ogre Cap right behind Simply Rudolph uses Triumphant Pulse and passes us, that's a thing. If we run out of stamina, we could also lose this race, but I actually didn't expect to win this race, so hey, things happen, I guess. Something to look out for, though, is the use of skills during a race. That's something that I haven't gotten good at multitasking while I'm commentating, but as we sit here and move on with our lives, if nothing else, Medium S was the deciding factor. If I had to say, just off the top of my head, I don't know why I'm looking at page 2, I want to look at page 3, but... Yeah, and as you see, if you didn't see the unlisted video, I did a lot more races, and that's why my win rate dropped, because I knew I went up against people that were stronger than me, just in general. Double acceleration, in body and mind on top of strategy slash race appropriate corner and straightaways. Corner straightaways? Is it straights or is it straightaways? I forget what it's called in English. But you get the point. There is a lot of fine-tuning you can do. And then on top of all the green skills that you could pick up. Left-handed, standard for the sake of an extra bit of stamina here and there. But if there are like 2 or 3 debuffers hitting you at the same time and you're only getting hit by 3, if someone stacks 2, which is something I wanted to do, but I just didn't have the chance to do it. So there's an Agnes Tachyon and there's a gold ship. And then 2 nice natures, so I think this is by far based on observation alone, not on my prediction. 2 nice natures tends to ruin my team, and then I'm relying on gold ship. And even then, gold ship gets hit by, say, a dominator, and I lose. So if there's a dominator with 2 debuffers, I think that's my weakest. No, that's my second weakest so far. Missing acceleration, medium S, and then Agnes Tachyon. You don't normally Agnes Tachyon. I just assume she has enough. Yeah, race planner, swinging maestro, and her unique, but no acceleration. I think that was medium A as well. And that's basically the bare minimum. As people may have seen or mentioned before, it's not always going to be. It's not like I'm going to win, but if I had to put my chips down here, I say I win this race, but we'll find out because anything can happen. Again, basically, if my gold ship does not proc either stamina skill, we just get debuffed because by the time that any nice nature, whether there's 1 or 2 or more debuffers, by the time they proc their rare debuff perks is when gold ship is pulling forward, and that's why gold ship gets hit. And then if I don't proc any stamina skills, yeah, gold ship will lose, and then just by nature of strategy and where they're at, Simply Rudolph and Ogre Cap are also going to get hit, so they're going to run out of stamina too. But by far, I think the comp that I will lose to the most is 2 front runners. If there's 3 front runners, odd things can happen, but I don't remember if there's any race where that's better for me or just having 2. Because having 1 front runner allows my pace chasers to do some work. But obviously, though, as I've just mentioned, there are 2 nice natures or 2 debuffers, so Simply Rudolph is definitely going to run out of stamina, especially if she doesn't proc both perks and both skills. And I think Ogre Cap is in the same place, so because they're both pace chasers running Swinging Maestro and Gourmand, and those 2 alone with 2 debuffers is not enough to sustain. They will peter out at the end, so really I'm just looking at gold chip, because my gold chip, if nothing else, has more stamina, just raw base stamina, than Ogre Cap and Simply Rudolph. But as for this Maruzensky here, again, she's also being hit by stamina buffs. Agnes Tachyon is really who I'm looking at to beat here, and unless I get blocked, we should see a close race. I don't think it's going to be a dead heat. If I had to guess, maybe by 3 lengths I win, if I had to guess. But as my Simply Rudolph pulls 4 here, it's not going to be for long, I promise. I didn't see who else procced any acceleration skills, but yeah, this is going to be really, really finicky. So my Simply Rudolph is going to peter out here. My gold chip needs to pull forward, and then I need to, yeah, so we're kind of stuck here for the moment. Shrug, I don't know if someone proc Dominator, but I guess we're going to find out. So, as we lose to this gold ship here, medium S, but yeah, I think my gold ship was, got hit by too much stuff, did not I don't think she procced a stamina skill, but if she did, I didn't see it. So, as I said, I probably just ran out of stamina there, getting hit by 2 debuffers. So basically what I'm trying to say is 1200 speed, 1200 stamina. Or 3, somehow getting 3, probably should have taken Breath of Fresh Air. Because again, while Breath of Fresh Air does not protect you, does not allow you to, does not allow your Musume to make the decision to immediately spurt, it will protect her from just running out of stamina. I'm pretty sure that's the case, right? Am I going crazy? I might be going crazy. Either way, I always thought about that, and I really wanted to, because I think I had the ability to take Breath of Fresh Air, but I didn't, so. Anywho, Ogre Cap, Maruzensky, and we'll take a look at the gold chip just to take a look at it, because it's easier for me to just go right once I hit this gold chip. So, this also, I didn't look at the mood. The mood's also, if someone's at awful and another person's at great, the one at great is definitely going to have an advantage. But yeah, I did lose the previous race, so that was something. Let's see here. Maruzensky, 1 front runner again. Yeah, it's really important to have at least 2 front runners, unless you're trying to predict that someone else is running at least 1 front runner as well. But yeah, so if I had switched my Simply Rudolph to front runner, I would have definitely lost a lot more of my races. Now that being said, I could just go completely crazy as well. So let's take a look at our gold ship and see if well, let's just see who procs their stamina perks. Because that's going to be another factor on things. Because since all of my Musume have low wits anyway, their proc rates are like 70-80%. So, in another way, I'm basically working at the bare minimum stamina, which is not what I wanted to do. But as I don't see a single Swinging Maestro from... Okay, there we go. That's one Swinging Maestro, there's two Swinging Maestro. Everyone's proccing the Swinging Maestro, so everyone looks good so far. Now, what's actually going to happen is a completely different story. And yeah, Pace Chaser Corners does help my Assembly Rudolph a lot, but it doesn't win her race. She's not getting first. She's getting top 3, but she's not getting first. And then obviously my gold ship is performing a lot better. Obviously put more love. I think I did. I'm pretty sure I did more guest invite career scenarios with gold ship than my Ogre Cap and Assembly Rudolph, but I had to start focusing on Ogre Cap because my Ogre Cap was not getting medium S aptitude. So, shrug. But yes, I also it's pretty apparent that I should have used Let's Pump Some Iron. Let's Pump Some Iron probably would have given me at least 2 more wins. I feel pretty confident about that. So as my gold ship gets both stamina skills, I need to see. I wasn't paying too much attention. That's my fault. But as I dodge one Murmur, and really that's all I need to do. Yeah, not having Let's Pump Some Iron is really gonna hurt me here. So gold ship should be pulling forward. Assembly Rudolph should be pulling back. My Ogre Cat can pull forward, but we'll see. I think she's gonna fall back as well. So unless I pass this gold ship hitting us soon, well, I don't foresee any good things happening. Now, I think everyone got hit by the other Nice Nature, because if I saw a third gold ship, then it would have been great. Now, what's gonna happen after this? Assembly Rudolph? No. I think it's the angle. The angle is really easy to mess up here, so anyone closer to the outside of the inner here is not going to see. Gold ship dies. No! Lost to the Ogre Cap. No. Let's Pump Some Iron. Yeah, this is a Let's Pump Some Iron loss. So, shrug. We're going to see another entry. Well, I'll have to see if I can get to Group A in another entry. Otherwise, I can keep this video going until at least... We'll just keep going through the entries. I mean, I might as well. Now that sounds kind of opportunistic because the other one, but really there's not really much to look at once you get at least 3 wins, so if nothing else, it's more content. Although it is more work for future Jordan to do because I have to timestamp everything, but that's fine. Perfectly fine with me. But as we continue on, again, this is kind of what I expected hitting Group A. Because aside from hitting whales or people with resources, I know that I did not do my best in training my Musume for this champions meeting. So at this point, as we see a Meijino McQueen and a Marozensky and another Ogre Cap, let's find out. So acceleration more important than medium S then? I mean, I wouldn't doubt that, but let's take a look. So, no acceleration, but a lot of front runner skills, which front runners want. Acceleration, but if that corner acceleration procs, and it usually procs at the first corner, which doesn't do much for you, but we'll see. And yeah, and then the wits. Oh, that's wits. I wasn't looking at wits too. Wits will also play a big factor in. If you have 300 more wits, it's gonna play a factor. Bigger factor than I think people will think. But anywho, we'll see what actually happens here. So, and in case anyone was wondering why I'm not normally viewing races in either vertical or horizontal, I probably should switch to vertical in a moment. Hey, I'll probably switch to vertical here, right before the timestamp here. But the reason I do that is for thumbnail stuff, because I think you get better camera... I'll keep saying it, but I think you get better camera angles off of vertical for thumbnails. But obviously, the viewing experience is better. I do agree the viewing experience is better with landscape view. But as we move on here, these late starts also don't help, but that's one small factor among many, especially since I'm not running a front runner, so it's fine for the moment. But if nothing else, I'll do 2 entries this video. Yeah, I'll put my chips down and say I'll do 2 entries this video. If I don't get 3 wins, then I mean, I guess I'll just point over at my unlisted video, because I don't want to make these videos too long. You're obviously watching other trainers with different builds here and so forth. And this time, I don't think we have anyone with Let's Pump Some Iron, but even if that were the case, that wasn't the problem last race. The last race, I just got outsped by Ogre Cap, and I don't have Let's Pump Some Iron. That's the not learning experience, because I knew that that skill was going to be best for gold chip, but I chose not to try and inherit it, because I do have... I mean, you can also just easily search out just to guarantee Let's Pump Some Iron, and then have a Grandparent Maruzensky or Taiki Shuttle, because, yeah, you just look for Meiji Orion, but it's not what I did, so, hey. Yeah, so Beeline Burst and Corner Connoisseur, I think that's the acceleration one, will normally proc at the corner around the 40-30% mark, and so that's why it apparently doesn't do as well, from what I know, but I don't know that for a fact. And so now we're going to get hit by both Nice Nature debuffs, but that's fine if Gold Chip pulls forward. It's odd though, yeah, so here we're definitely going to hit 6, so Let's Pump Some Iron would have helped out. Maruzensky doing Maruzensky things, but also Simply Rudolph doing Red Shift here as well. My Gold Chip does not use any acceleration skill, so this race looks bad. Yeah, here's where Let's Pump Some Iron would have been very, very helpful, but let's see what happens here. There's the Red Shift, but yeah, Let's Pump Some Iron I think has greater values. I might as well look that up while we're sitting here. Nothing much else to do at the moment anyway. Clickety clack, and that Major McQueen's gonna stay forward? Question mark? Let's see what happens. My Simply Rudolph probably doesn't have enough stamina for this, but I guess we'll find out. If nothing else, Gold Chip needs to catch up to McQueen, which seems like it's gonna happen. That Ogre Cap was also catching up, but it's fine for the moment. Actually, this is my 4th race. I feel like this is my 5th race. Why do I feel like this is my 4th race? Also, I forgive me if I did not look at page 3, because I just want to see what people's records are like, which often I didn't do, but as we do our second entry, I'll do second entry whether or not I get 3 wins in the second entry or not. I'll still call that the end of the video. So you've reached the half point of this video is what I'm trying to say. But as we grab... Oh, never mind. I'm going absolutely insane. Oh, you need to get 2 wins. I'm going insane. So you need 2 wins to get to Group B, but 3 wins to get Group A. So I guess we'll find out. Again, I don't want to take up too much of your time. If you want to see more entries in the single video that's not unlisted or that's public, please let me know. Otherwise, again, there's not really much else happening. You know what my build is by the time you're watching this video. If you don't, shrug. Maybe you're here because you want to see what Group A looks like. Again, I think I'm recording 20-ish minutes when round 2 started, so hoping for the best here. Could just RNG to someone that I can beat more reliably, but for the moment, yeah, 2 Nice Natures again, and then 2 Ogre Caps. So Ogre Cap is a pretty safe pick for this Taurus Cup. I don't remember if I am quoting someone from that, but hey, yeah, missing speed, but Bolt Acceleration, maybe that will make up for the 200 speed, but yeah, not Medium S is... We'll keep an eye out on that Ogre Cap. And then moving over here, yeah, looks better. No Medium S, really low stamina, so that's... even with 2 rare recovery skills, yes, but if I were running a Nice Nature, you peter out there, so that's on me. So... And if nothing else, everyone's learning that, hey, the veteran trainers who know what they're talking about know what they're talking about. But anywho. So let's find out what happens here today. 3 late starts, so hey, fun times ahead. Wow, if nothing else, 12.5% chance. But it kind of doesn't matter. Well, it actually does, because there are no front runners here. But we're chasing someone's Ogre Cap, and I don't know whose it is. So I guess... Oh no, I can see, it's on the top of the screen here, you can see. So, this is number 6. I was trying to pay attention to, I think, number 4, question mark? So, we'll keep an eye out, but otherwise, as we're sitting here, I really need Gold Chip to use both stamina perks. That would probably be the most important thing. Right after that, though, just below that, is the use of acceleration perks. And we'll see what happens. 3% HP won't be as bad, but getting hit by the field of view, Nice Natures will not be as great. So there's Gourmand from Simply Rudolph. I don't know if I wasn't paying attention if she procced the Swinging Maestro, but we have a lot of debuffs going out, basically. Oh, goodness. Have I seen someone properly using 3 aces? When I say proper, I mean actually 1200 speed, medium S, double acceleration on 3 Musume without any debuffs. That would be a bit off because yeah, you're supposed to run debuffs because of how basically stamina kept most trainers are, but again, that's a throw up in the air. So let's see what procs their acceleration perks. There's an Ogre Cap using Gourmand, and aside from that, this Ogre Cap should run out of stamina unless I'm making that wrong. My gold chip is going to pull forward. I don't know if Simply Rudolph's going to pull forward as well, but we're going to find out. I did not proc any acceleration skills, so that makes me really, really sad. So we're really hoping we win here, if for no other reason than to see Group A finals. But otherwise, if I lose, you get to see another entry. Oh, goodness. Yeah, not proccing the acceleration skills is going to hurt me a bunch. My Ogre Cap running right into the back of the Simply Rudolph here. And unless my gold chip pulls forward here... Oh, the stamina loss. That Ogre Cap died. Is that Ogre Cap the one that was missing stamina with 669? I know that there is only one Nice Nature hitting her, but even that's enough to make you peter out. Which is why... yeah, just swinging Maestro and Gourmand was not enough. But hey, at least I'm not gonna torture you with any more of my my build. But let's just take another look. This is the one with 600-something stamina, correct? Yes. And that's why you'd... Oh, you also don't have Swinging Maestro. That's why you petered out the end. Otherwise, I definitely would have lost that one. Basically, my finals is going to be very, very interesting. Because if I had to bet right now, I would say I get third. But otherwise... Let's move on. Oh, someone just started there? Or did they... Maybe, again, we don't know if someone trained their Musume and are now entering them for this Champions Meet. But, hey, we'll see how I do. And I'm going to do the rest of my entries. They'll probably be an unlisted video, but I'm going to do them a lot later. Because, yeah, trying to record them one after the other was not great. The other 3 entries will be back-to-back-to-back. But right after my first entry... OBS, my setup, and just the servers in general tend to disagree with me. So, as I show you the record here for the moment, I am going to get my all of my races. Now, whether or not I win a lot of them is going to be a completely different story. But yeah, without further ado, we should be at the end screen. Well, I'll wait because sometimes the end screen blocks the race here. Yeah, my Simply Rudolph, hey, can hit top 3 a lot of the time. Well, not a lot of the time because as you see there's 19 unranked, so... probably should have, yeah, this Simply Rudolph should have probably been a Nice Nature set. Although my Ogre Cap also having a problem as well. So either one of the two, I should not have gone 3 aces basically. But yeah, without further ado, just going to leave this at the end screen here. If you have anything to say, any comments, questions, concerns, criticisms, advice, I'll take any, because as someone who's coming back to Musume, there's a lot to learn. But without further ado, if you want to see some type of content from me, feel free to say so as well. But yeah, as we are at the end screen here, not really much else to say, not going to take up much more of your time. Thank you for watching. Hey, yes, Machikane Fukuki Taru. Not because of the a very certain video that came out. Machikane Fukuki Taru is part of my rotation. But yeah, without further ado, thank you for watching. I'll see you later. Bye!